Hi guys, my name is John and I'm a lover of luxury and I'm a lover of YouTube. I've been a lover of luxury since I left the hospital in a Gucci sailor outfit with matching horsebit loafers. True story. And a lover of YouTube for the last 10 years. I would love it if you guys would subscribe and kind of join the community that we're creating here. Frankly, if you subscribe, it means that you don't have a luxury problem and it also means that I don't. So like we're both kind of winning in the long run there. So today is the fourth part of my Chanel collection. I might have to actually take a second and like admit that I have a problem because this is the fourth video. So today I wanted to show you my Chanel blouse as well as outerwear collection. These are all pieces that I wear with the exception of one. And let's get into it. I'm going to try to make this a little bit quicker today and kind of breeze through some stuff so that way you guys can see what I got in here. 2 seconds before we start, today I am wearing a vintage Chanel jacket that you would have previously seen in my Chanel jacket video, which is from collection number 11, an Oxford from Thom Browne, a brooch from Chanel, which was featured in my brooch video that was a gift from my best friend, and I'm wearing a pair of Chanel satin jeans, which I would show you by doing a high kick or something, but the last time I did that at a wedding in a pair of Chanel pants, I ripped them and the seamstress at my store told me that I couldn't fix them. So just go with me on that one and like believe that they're there because believe me, they're on. Oh my God. Okay, so let's get started. I broke everything down, short sleeve, long sleeve, and we're gonna go through blouses first and then we'll end up in outerwear. First guy is a vintage silk. This guy is kind of in like a nudie brown with a little pink from the 80s, and she features cocoa buttons, which are fabulous. These are the reasons that you buy great blouses. Sure, you can only wear them like maybe once a week or something like that, but the details are what make them so interesting. This guy's another piece from Chanel, obviously from the 80s. It features a really cool kind of crest, which they did for a while right after Carl started. And then it also has buttons that go down the back. These buttons, if you can see, have like a kind of like a coat of arms on them. Carl wasn't really playing with Chanel iconography really that early in. So this guy is definitely early Chanel. It's got a really cool snap function on it, with concealed buttons and concealed snaps in order to make everything lay flat. Love this with a pair of jeans. Next guy, which I've worn in my past couple of videos, is my La Pausa tee. This guy got at Bergdorf last year when I was there in New York, and I absolutely love it. It's in my favorite color. I featured it also in my other video, but I figured it kind of still fit into this category. Next guy is a cotton, which you would have also seen in my last video, that features a gold CC Chanel button. This is from the 80s. I've been quoted saying that if they made this in 65 colors and I had the ability to, I would track all of them down, and these would literally be all I wear every day. And then another Chanel cotton as well too, a little bit bigger, which is good because we're all fighting the COVID-19 right now, so I need some space. Next one is this guy, features a little Chanel CC button. She's also from the 80s. As a quick side note, you should invest in great pieces like this because they use the most beautiful fabrics on the face of the planet. The cotton is unlike a cotton you've ever seen before. The silk is incredible. Like, they're worth the price tag because the fabric is so beautiful. And it's really hard wearing and it's going to last you a long time. A lot of these pieces in here are truthfully older than I am, and I'm still wearing them on a weekly basis. So that'll let you know why it's worth it. Next one, which is one of my most favorites. This is a Chanel Oxford style, and it features in the textile little micro CCs. I love this guy. I wear it to death. If I could have 5 of them, I would, on backup, just so that way in case one dies, I've got another one to go. And it also has a French cuff, so there were also Chanel cufflinks that were included too. That's another important thing to look for, particularly if you're going to go buy vintage. Double check the cuff style. If it is a French cuff, you're going to obviously want to find some kind of a cufflink. Because I'm that girl, I wanted to make sure that they're all Chanel cufflinks. But you can also find those secondhand as well too. Next guy is a tuxedo shirt, which I originally thought I was going to wear for my wedding, and it looks completely too much with my suit, so I've just decided to keep it for wearing purposes. I wore it, I think, to the opera a couple months ago. It features a really cute little CC pearl button. This guy did not come with the cufflinks, but I do kind of like swap it in and out with other ones. And fun fact about this piece, I got this guy on Poshmark, and the original owner was Tawny Katane, as in the girl on the hood of the car in the Whitesnake video. So, fun, interesting tie-in for a piece of Chanel that's now ended up in my collection, because I think it's fair to say I'm like diametrically opposite from Tawny Katane. Next guy is a vintage pleated silk, also from the 80s. I love this guy, and it's got a concealed placket in the back, except for a Chanel button up here and one down here. I love this guy. The last time I wore this, I met a designer at work who was doing a personal appearance. It's great, but it has concealed buttons in the back, which is like literally one of the worst things in the world. And anytime I go to wear one of these, Steve always yells at me because I have to ask him to do my buttons for me, which he thinks is ludicrous. Love you. Next guy is another silk with a really cool kind of like vertical pleat attachment. She sits in the back. I love this. I literally just wore this to work like 2 days ago, and I love the kind of slightly 70s collar. It does also have the ability with the correct kind of accessory to close the collar, which I would assume is kind of similar to a cufflink, but a lot thicker, so hopefully one day I'll end up finding one of those. One of my first babies I ever got, Chanel Pale Pink. This is silk, also from the 80s, with the bow blouse. I love this. I love this. I wear this way too much. It's so pretty. All my Chanel cufflinks work with it. I love it. Next guy, which I haven't worn as much because it's red and the color red stresses me out, although I know it looks good on me, is this guy. Super simple silk blouse. The tie is included, which is a super fun little novelty. Red silk, and then in lieu of specific buttons, there is a super fun little CC there on the pocket. I feel like I need to be more adventurous, particularly since I preach that to all my clients, so I'll probably end up breaking her out at some point in the next season. Next guy is a really beautiful emerald green, flat front, hidden placket back, and then it has a really pretty CC button there. Again, she's a back button, so she's on the back burner. Next one for me, I literally just wore this yesterday, which is why the cufflinks are still in it. This is an olive silk blouse. The color does not seem to be getting picked up correctly, but that's fine. It's a pure olive. Also from the 80s, complete double-breasted all the way down, with these really cool gold buttons, and the gold buttons also have little tiny CCs there up top. She also came with her matching cufflinks, which of course match. I love this guy. I never do it like this because I am not competing on Top Chef and I can barely cook anything. So there's no point in selling a lie to other people. So I end up doing it like this, leaving it open. I love it. The olive pants I showed you in the previous video, if I feel like I just want to live my best color blocking life. Next guy is this guy. I bought this, and I think I've worn it once because it kind of stresses me out. It fit, which is why I bought it. Not always the best reason to buy things. So don't worry, even personal shoppers make mistakes. It's a nude, and then it has got this really cool pleating detail, and then it's got the ruffle. The one time I did wear this, I did just kind of leave it open, and I had it under a jacket, so it was like a little less aggressive. The thing that really stresses me out is this matching ascot. Like, I'm not really sure what the fantasy is and who we're creating this woman to be that's wearing this, but like, oh my god, it's a lot of look. The next one is kind of funny. It's another one that I've worn a couple times, but it's pretty loud even for me. Well, actually, I guess in terms of my personality, that's what I would use that as, because actually I dress pretty... So it is a vintage shirt, and it's actually funny. This one is from the Cristal perfume launch. So someone literally wore this at work at like a cosmetics counter. And yeah, I love it. I mean, I love all the iconography. I bought this because I wanted to push myself just because it's a little bit more loud. So I've worn it under a black jacket and it's fine. It's not a big deal. But yeah, so this one isn't technically from like a Lagerfeld or a Coco or a Virginie collection, but I still love her just the same. This is one that I literally cannot stop wearing, as evidenced by the fact that I tried to steam it a lot and it still looks like I just picked it up out of my closet. This guy's a super simple black V-neck, French cuff, silk of course, really beautiful back, V-neck, and then it's also from the same collection as the tie guy because we have, as you can see, oh, I just dropped the camera. Hi guys, I'm back. Sorry, this is a mess. Okay, as you can see, this guy also has, oh my god, I'm gonna have to edit that out. It's got a slight CC on it. Oh my god. Okay, we're back after technical difficulties. So as you can see, it has a slight embroidered CC there on the pocket. Absolutely love this. Can't stop, won't stop wearing it. And I would say probably my favorite blouse from my entire collection is going to be this guy. This is from collection number 10. So again, she's super, super early on in Lagerfeld's collection and collaboration and designing for Chanel. So this guy also came with her matching cufflinks. And it is all of the colors, and they're written in their respective colors, and they're all in French. So you have rouge, you have blue, you have vert, you have blanc, and that's about all I can give you in French because, in rose, of course, because I don't speak French. So, 14 years of ballet and never learned French. That was one of my biggest mistakes in my life, but that's okay. I love this guy. I love this. I've worn this dressy. I've worn this casual. It's just, for me, it's a forever piece, and I just love how iconic it is. So she's super fun, and I love her a lot. So now we're going to move on to Chanel outerwear, just because these are kind of quick things I can lump together in terms of a video. First is going to be a navy wool gab trench coat. This is from the 2008 Cruise collection, which was the first Chanel Airways collection. So not the Soul one that happened a couple years ago, but the OG, if you will. It's in a really pretty navy wool gab. I absolutely love it. Fits like a dream. It's shorter, so it stops like right at my hips, which I really like. So it's a perfect kind of spring fall coat for me. And let me show you the buttons. So these are, oh my god, I can't show them to you correctly here today, can I? So they're the buttons for you, and it says Chanel Coco line. So love this. Next one is a vintage piece that's from 1987. I bought this, I would say, I think about 2 years ago now, and I literally have not stopped wearing it since it was in season. This is a Chanel taffeta aviator jacket. I absolutely love this. It has a light goose down fill in it, so it's a really good fall coat. And then it also has beaver fur trim. So this is actual fur. It's also removable via a set of buttons. So if I want to have like the full aviator look, I can. But then if I also want to make it just a little bit more low-key and like a running around quilted jacket, I can. There's also a really great little CC zipper pull. And then the buttons at the bottom also have CCs on them too. I absolutely love this. If this came in more colors that were neutral, like not like hot pink or magenta, then there'd be no stopping me getting it. I absolutely love, love, love. This next piece is a recent addition, and by a recent addition, I mean I got it like delivered a week ago. This is a vintage navy, hello, we're blowing out the camera here, vintage navy wool cashmere coat. I saw this one online, and again, it's another kind of rescue operation that I'll have to end up working on. Because she has no buttons. But I'm going to be able to fix those. I love the fact that the sleeve is dropped. Like, it's a very 80s ladies kind of coat. So it's gonna, it is a little bit looser up top and more fitted on the bottom. So one of my projects before fall actually starts this year is to find a couple buttons for her and then just go ahead and go to town. I also somehow have already managed to get cat hair on it, although I've literally never worn it. So that's going to be my other fun project too, sending it to the dry cleaner to remove all the cat hair. Next guy is from the Chanel Sport collection, which it was an older collection that was around in the early 2000s. This guy is a goose feather down coat, and it's also fully reversible, which I love too. So the one side is khaki, and then it reverses to chocolate brown. First, I just kind of bought this on a whim, and I didn't really think I was going to be doing anything with it, but like, oh my god, I can't stop wearing it. It's like my more kind of mid-season coat, if you will, from Chanel. So there's the sport line label, and then it does also have little CC on the zipper pull, and then there's also an embroidered CC on both sides of the coat. Absolutely love this. The shape is super simple. It's super neutral. And it's a little bit more low-key for a Chanel piece, which is nice. So I feel super comfortable just like walking around in this one, and it definitely performs. And to say that I've been surprised with how well I've done with it is the understatement of the century. Next one, which apparently also seems to need some assistance in the tag department, is my most worn coat from Chanel in terms of outerwear, and it is this guy. This is a vintage down and silk trimmed jacket coat, if you will. This is from the 1988 collection. They released this guy in 4 or 5 colors, and again, because I don't have a problem, but I do have a problem, but I don't have a problem, I want to collect all of them. I love this. It's amazing. It's so gaudy. It's so ludicrous, but it literally works with everything. I love, love, love her. So it's a 4-pocket design trimmed in silk, and then it has an obnoxious amount of buttons, and then it also has Chanel buttons that go all the way up the sleeve. This is what the buttons look like. I love her. I can't stop wearing her. I will never stop wearing her, and hopefully I will be wearing her in additional colors because I'm literally that obsessed with it. It's like me in a winter coat. If I could have like me, like that is me. And this guy is from '88 because there's actually a picture of Uma Thurman on the cover of Vogue wearing one. So that's kind of just a cool little fun fact. And the last piece of Chanel outerwear that I have in my collection, which I would say, don't listen kids, just I'm going to push you back there and pretend like you can't hear me, is a piece that I can't even wear. I originally bought it at auction, and I thought it might fit, but even if it didn't fit me, I needed to have it. And it is this lady right here. This is a piece of Chanel Haute Couture. This is from the early to mid 1960s, and it's a wool boucle coat, and it features grosgrain trim, hand-done matching buttons that are also faceted out of grosgrain, which is like insane. The pockets all have a bow detail, and then it's trimmed in white mink. This is by far one of what I would feel the most important pieces in my collection. Obviously, I'm going to be a little bit more biased and skewed towards Chanel being some of the most important things in my collection because it's what I wear, what I love, everything. What's so great about this guy is because of the date that this was made, this is a lifetime Coco piece. So I have one other piece of Chanel Haute Couture in my personal vintage archive, and that's a Lagerfeld piece, which is really important to me, and it's a 90s Lagerfeld piece, which 80s, 90s Chanel is my favorite, as you can see by literally everything in all 700 videos I've made about it. But this guy is just so special, so special to me, and I'm so lucky to have her. So I'm going to show you the inside. Much like any piece of vintage Chanel, particularly with suiting, it is lined and it's quilted. So the inside of this guy is actually quilted in silk with hand stitching. I know it's like almost impossible to see, and the mink is absolutely exceptional. So I'm going to bring her up here so you can see. So you can see all of the hand channeling that's done and the quilting. Thank you, Montclair, for all the product knowledge for the correct vocabulary terms. And here is the Haute Couture label. This guy was purchased at auction, not from Hoboken or an auction house that I typically work with, but as soon as I saw her, I knew I had to have her, and I definitely got a good deal, but also went in to get her too. So this is the most important piece of Chanel outerwear that I have in my collection. All right, we've just crossed the 20-minute mark, so I feel like we're going to be done here. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Please like, please subscribe, please check out my Instagram. I'm going to have the link listed in the bottom for you. You'll see a lot more of my vintage pieces, stuff that I wear, stuff that I'm obsessed over, and let's start a conversation down in the comment section. Tell me what your favorite things are, what you're obsessed with, and tell me what else you think I should add, because like obviously I'm never going to be in a position where I don't want to add more. All right, guys, have a great day, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.